Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So now Citibank has weighed in on the market. I saw this from Michael Branch. Multiple evidence indicates that the liquidity crisis in the broader cryptocurrency markets may have seen the worst. So now we're hearing this, guys, from Citibank. They're saying, we're at the tail end of this. Multiple indicators show that the liquidity crisis in the broader cryptocurrency markets may have seen the worst. This is the conclusion suggested by Citibank in its latest study. So this, article is just talking a little bit about the Bitcoin price, what we've seen in the market up until this point. The worldwide economic consequences exacerbated the problem, resulting in a decline in token prices in general and a liquidity crunch. So, they're also focusing on liquidity. Not enough liquidity in the market, whereas before, we were seeing higher prices. Lots of liquidity was in the market at that point. Nonetheless, there are now numerous indications that the worst part has ended. Citi believes crypto markets are too small and relatively isolated to create a ripple effect on the financial sector or the economy as a whole, but they can nevertheless influence investor mood. The bank's assessment indicates that fears of contagion have likely reached its pinnacle, at least temporarily. So the latest analysis by Citibank here, as you guys can see, we haven't really seen too much movement with regards to price, though. Bitcoin's still holding at around $22,000. And if I just bring up XRP real quick here, XRP still holding too at around 34.5, actually about 0.347 cents. So holding, I think, is good. We have been seeing this pattern over the last month or so now, about 1.5 months, 6 weeks, give or take. Michael also brought this to my attention. Former Goldman Sachs exec Raoul Pal is also saying crypto markets are on the verge of a reversal based on this particular macro trend. Now, Pal's talking about M2 money supply. M2 money supply roughly refers to the total amount of currency in circulation plus near money or high liquid non-cash assets that can be easily converted to cash. So also has to do with liquidity. And here's the quote. Crypto isn't driven by the business cycle, but it's driven by global liquidity. So along the same lines as Citi's analysis. So this is the global M2 deviation from the trend. So it's the rate of change of M2 and how far away it is from the trend. And it's about 1.5 standard deviations away from the trend, and it's turning higher. That time it ever happened both at the top and at the bottom leads to the turns in the crypto market because liquidity drives crypto. Remember, this is not a cyclical asset, so it doesn't go back to where it was like oil and commodities. It's a network adoption model that goes up and to the right over time with these big volatile bands. A lot of people have the narrative that this is driven by the halving. Now maybe the halving, which is the reduction in the supply every 4 years in Bitcoin, is a factor, but it's correlated with liquidity. So what you're doing, you're putting more liquidity into markets. It leads to more people able to allocate capital into low supply environments, which is the halving. You don't need the halving, though, as a necessary precursor. So talking a little bit about the Bitcoin halving, but really about M2 money supply, guys, and liquidity being driven into the market. So we're starting to see that also have an influence on the cryptocurrency space. Of course, these are just predictions at this point. It's not being reflected into price as of now. But this is why, I've been feeling, the summer, a great opportunity to buy. We have seen quite a depressed market, and it doesn't look as though the trend is changing really at a rapid rate. So if you still have money on the sidelines, maybe you should think about getting into a position. Obviously not financial advice. But anyway, let's keep moving because, the real world adoption of cryptocurrency is going to play a big role in where and which cryptocurrencies finally just run wild. We also got a little surprise from our favorite cartoon bear, which I'm going to touch on in a bit. But, just with regards to that real world utility, the partnerships are expanding and, RippleNet enabled companies like Temenos, for example, they just hit a new milestone. Temenos enhanced digital growth for National Investment Bank of Ghana with their T24 Transact. So just to put things into context, this article was from a few years ago now, about 6 years ago. This is when Temenos integrated their T24 integration specifically with Ripple, okay? So again, from 6 years ago, Temenos did integrate T24, and now we're seeing Temenos implementing this in Africa with the Bank of Ghana. The Temenos Transact is a core banking system that allows banks to scale up using cloud platforms and infrastructure to offer personalized customer products for efficiency. The platform will reimagine customer engagement and the efficient delivery of consistent and seamless experiences across multiple channels. The reimplementation, which has enabled a relationship extension between Temenos and the National Investment Bank of Ghana, will also support the bank's effort in providing financial advisory and technical support to the Ghanaian market. The upgrade will also reposition the bank and contribute to its rebranding approach. So modernizing, and I'm guessing, the bank is looking for new ways to kind of rebrand. Of course, on the technology front, that's an obvious move, I think, in some regards, right? You want to convey a message of modernity to your clients, and what better way than to get on a Ripple-enabled platform? Obviously, you want your services to be good, you want your clients' trust, and so here's what we are seeing now in the country of Ghana. And just along the same lines, Temenos and Huawei are also partnering up. During Huawei's Intelligent Finance Summit 2022, they launched something called Digital Banking 2.0, and that is also leveraging Temenos' open platform technology. So some more news here, guys, with regards to Temenos and Huawei, one of the biggest cell phone manufacturers in Asia, a big partnership here. During the summit, Huawei released the Digital Banking 2 solution leveraging Temenos' open platform. This new digital banking solution is an upgraded solution and uses Temenos' open platform for composable banking to provide cloud-native core banking functionality and data capabilities. The solution supports the quick launch of digital banks and helps larger banks accelerate their modernization in the cloud. So again, along with this theme, Temenos Ripple enabled through their T24 integration. So this is all great news. Wanted to keep going, guys. We got a lot today. T-Hole Benedict XRP posting this. Massive Ripple customer QNB partners with China Bank to send remittances to the Philippines. And they are doing this, guys, through RippleNet. Stated right here in this article, so QNB, the largest financial institution in the Middle East and Africa, has launched direct remittance service for money transfers from Qatar to the Philippines, which makes it the first bank in Qatar to launch the service. To provide this service, QNB will connect with China Bank, one of the leading private universal banks in the Philippines, through RippleNet, the financial technology powered by leading enterprise blockchain and crypto solution provider Ripple. So the new service will provide the bank's customers with a convenient remittance experience and a fast cross-border money transfer solution. Boom goes the dynamite. We recently heard about QNB Bank, I think it was earlier this year or late last year. We even have Navin Gupta here just talking about this partnership. QNB has always been pioneer financial technology accelerator in Qatar and the region. Our partnership with Ripple will provide our customer with a frictionless and safe experience to send funds in a way that fits their lifestyle, said Navin Gupta, Managing Director of Southeast Asia and the MENA region at Ripple. He said, QNB is our biggest partner in the MENA region, and we are delighted to continuously strengthen this partnership on RippleNet to additional countries. So they are looking to broaden out, and QNB Bank, I guess it's going to be all dependent on how much that particular bank is growing. It is their biggest partnership in the MENA region, so that also means something. And they're stating it flat out, look, we are using RippleNet. This is a technology that is, bringing, currently bringing a lot of these countries into the 21st century when it comes to payments. So wanted to thank T-Hole Benedict XRP just for pointing that out. And I mean, I gotta say, I was actually pleasantly surprised when I saw this latest Bearableguy post, posted from the original Bearableguy123 account. Just to give us some context here, it has to do with the XRP lawsuit. Ian Binns here on Twitter posted this. Now, this is just kind of a sum up. I know a lot of us already know what is going on with the lawsuit, but just to kind of sum it up, because I feel like we were getting it in drips and drabs over the last week, the SEC and Ripple legal battle appears to be entering the crucial phase after the former's latest appeal. So we just got that filed motion for the 30-page brief, right? And the 10-page reply. So this lawsuit saw the latest motion by the SEC being partly accepted by Judge Torres. She ordered the SEC to file just a 20-page briefing, but granted a 10-page reply to subsequent proceedings. The regulatory body has hoped for a 30-page memorandum because of being tasked to object to 3 separate orders in a single briefing. Meanwhile, Ripple has opposed both these requests as mentioned in the court documents. The defendants here believe all 3 orders refer to a single motion regarding the Hinman speech. So again, the Hinman speech, guys, at the center of this. Moving over to the reply brief, the SEC is yet to see Ripple's opposing briefing. Hence, the request for an extended reply brief by the SEC is also opposed by Ripple. Their motion went on to say that the SEC's requests are wholly unjustified and prejudicial. Here's where it gets interesting. Recently, another major development came to light in this case. The SEC asked Judge Torres to revoke amici status granted to XRP holders and bar John Deaton from the case. So there are many different parts to this. Obviously, the John Deaton class action has become, and I never thought that this would be the case back in late 2020, but has become a very important and critical, I'd say, piece to this puzzle. I mean, the XRP community has been great in showing their support, and the SEC's looking at this and they're thinking to themselves, I'm sure they're shivering in their boots, oh crap, what are we facing now? So the Ripple defense team asserted an objection to this letter. James K. Filan stated that Ripple's letter indicates the SEC wants amici/XRP holders thrown out of the case entirely. So that is the position the SEC is taking. The ruling on Hinman's speech has definitely sided the SEC in a corner. They are being heavily tasked to answer these questions with increasing scrutiny on social media. How long can they delay the disclosure of the documents remains to be seen. As for Ripple, they appear to be landing in a safe haven in light of recent motions. So the most up-to-date, kind of most succinct way to describe what is currently going on, guys, in the case. We even have John Deaton here talking about another case that the SEC is currently fighting. This is the library case. And he states this: the SEC lawyer actually argued this. In the library summary judgment hearing, the SEC lawyer argued that the last prong of Howey, relying on the efforts of others, is satisfied in any blockchain token case from the thousands of nodes from around the world. Let that sink in. Here's a clip of John Deaton explaining it specifically.
Because the judge said that this case, the library case, and it also applies to Ripple in the XRP case, is a unique case that has not been fully addressed by the appellate courts. He said it's what we call a mixed use case, right? Some people own the token and acquired it for consumption, and some people acquired it for investment. And how do you handle that? You know, and the judge ended up at near the end of the hearing saying to the SEC attorney, well, what if we were to look at every library transaction and we were to come up and find out that 75% of the people acquired it for use and utility, right? To utilize the platform, and 25% investment. How does that make it a security or not security? The SEC's attorney basically said something very dangerous. He said utility doesn't matter. And the SEC attorney conceded that some people acquire LBC for consumption and to utilize the blockchain. But he said to the judge, doesn't matter what the percentage is, even if it's 75% of the people who acquired it for use and non-investment. If an objectively can say that there was some expectation of profit, that it's a security. And I just want you to think about that for a minute, because that is so dangerous, because it's an umbrella that just usurps all kinds of asset classes. It would make every crypto. You could even argue that definition applies to Bitcoin in many instances.
This case is part of the SEC setting a precedent that will establish that every single cryptocurrency developer, operator, builder, exchange, it is all illegal. That is what this precedent will do. That is why the SEC is going to Matt. We offered the SEC millions of dollars in settlement money. We offered the SEC lots of things. They declined all of it and chose to bring this case. They chose to go all the way. Why would they do that? Why would they do that if they're not trying to accomplish something bigger than this case?
So some insightful comments here from John Deaton and, of course, Jeremy Kauffman from Library. Jeremy Kauffman's super skeptical of the SEC's intentions, and rightfully so. I mean, he's saying that Library offered the money to settle the case, and the SEC is just not having any of it, which, you know, begs... we're questioning so much of this. And by doing the digging and the research over many, many months now, the XRP community has really uncovered a lot of rot over there at the SEC. The ties to Ethereum, the whole ETHgate thing. Of course, there's the Hinman speech brought into question. John Deaton bringing up some interesting points here too, with regards to the percentages. Even if, a large percentage or a majority percentage are holding a certain cryptocurrency for utility, the SEC's lawyers are saying no, not necessarily, and are really trying to shoehorn most, if not all, cryptocurrencies, and even as John Deaton mentioned, you can arguably say it about Bitcoin as well, shoehorn them into a security classification. Which finally brings me, guys, to the latest Bearableguy post. Now, it's nothing so detailed. Bearableguy just ended up posting at midnight early this morning, "Happy Carousel Day. Give 'em hell, John Deaton." So now I think it is clear Bearableguy did in fact mean Carousel in the riddle that was posted earlier this month. And if you guys didn't see the Bearableguy video I did on that, I will link it up here in the top right hand corner. And many in the XRP community loving the fact that Bearableguy has come out straight out just saying, congratulating John Deaton for what he's doing. And saying, give him hell. Carousel Day, you say, Bearableguy. This coming from Ripples. Of course, you guys remember the December 2021 riddle. and how there was a carousel sitting on the mantle. Now, this begs the question, Carousel Day, July the 25th, that is today, guys. Responding to the SEC tomorrow, in addition, according to Filan, the SEC has until tomorrow to submit its justification for opposing to XRP holders' participation in the hearings. This will be followed by a response from XRP holder advocate John Deaton by Monday, July the 25th. The outcome of this reaction will benefit XRP investors. And so, July the 25th, how did Bearableguy know back in December of 2021 that Carousel Day, and I think a lot of you guys are wondering, what the heck is Carousel Day, Working Money Channel? Apparently, Carousel Day, where is it here? Somebody was posting that it is actually on July the 25th. That's right, it was Fojack here from this tweet. National Carousel Day is a thing. July the 25th, 2022. And again, guys, let me remind you, I don't think the schedule was out back in December. How did Bearableguy know that this would be happening on July 25th, 2022? And I mean, quite frankly, even if there was a schedule out at that time, looking forward to Carousel Day, a number of things could have happened with the scheduling. Like we've seen with the Ripple SEC case, up until now, we have seen a lot of reschedulings of dates, things getting pushed. So, it's interesting to take a look at this riddle again, going back to the carousel, December 2021, Bearableguy knew. And what does the carousel represent? Of course, we have the three horses here. One here on the far right, a unicorn with a purple horn. You can barely see it there, but a purple horn. And the colors, the currencies that have been symbolic in many of the Bearableguy riddles, USD, BTC, and XRP, purple signifying XRP, of course, XRP, RippleNet, that technology, the unicorn of the bunch. Another interesting point here that I wanted to mention with regards to the word carousel, because a lot of people here are coming up with some great information. Enigma Ridworld here posting Carousel Day is Judgment Day, second entry, and make judgment, third entry in Gematria. Carousel actually equals John. So another symbol perhaps, John, which, as we're seeing here, is John Deaton, probably. Also the word carousel, right, it was down here, NVXRP1 here saying the word carousel derives from the Italian word garosello and the Spanish word garosela, which also mean little battle. So John Deaton fighting for the XRP community with this little battle. We've got the carousel imagery in the Bearableguy riddle, of course. Guys, this is just ramping up, getting way more interesting as the days go on. Was not expecting this from Bearableguy. And here we have it again, July 25th has been recognized as National Carousel Day since 2014. And another post here, guys, from XRP Ledger NFT Carousel Day. We've got July 25th, 2022. As I mentioned before, the colors representative of the different currencies, like purple is XRP. We've got purple in the rocket as well. John Deaton taking us to the moon. And then the jousting reference too, the name references the 6th century style of jousting in Europe and Asia. And I don't remember this image. I don't know if somebody photoshopped that or if that was posted earlier on. But I mean, you gotta love Bearableguy, coming out. How much do you know, sir? And how the heck do you know these things so early? All things getting me really excited about what's gonna happen next. That's just my opinion. I'm going to also like that, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.